Good evening. It has not started yet. All right. Good evening. Welcome to the Gary Brodsky Show. Give me a second to set up.
Well, I came
No soda tonight. Run out.
God. He was walking along the road, and I asked him, "Tell me where are you going?" This he told me.
For a second, don't go anywhere.
Say I'm going down to Yes Girls Farm, gonna join a rock and roll band. Got to get back to the place. Said my.
This kind of shows are going to be all about women. Huh. The joy, the pleasure, the horror. To you. I needed that. Now, when I talk about women, I'm talking about all women, any country, any nationality. They are now totally programmed, and it's in a very funny way. It's either to laugh or cry, and you gotta laugh, you know. Because they even talk to men, and this is really, I'll get to the whole sinful part in a minute. Really sinful. It's like, oh, you have a kid. How old? 5, but she's going to be 6. Like you're some sort of fucking moron who would never figure it out in a million years. And this is the effect of social media and social programming. And one thing I've noticed, and I'm not wrong, just had to notice something that's up there. Women tend not to be happy. And what is the biggest mistake a guy can do is trying to make a woman who's not happy, happy. Doesn't work. Don't even try it. Don't even go there. If you want to know the whole deal and how the whole system works, GaryBrodsky.com. You got it. Any of the audio programs there will help you out. Nobody addresses shit like this. They all address, bullshit, like how to make an approach to a woman. First of all, you got to remember, men, despite all the new age stuff, whatever, were created in every religion I could find. Were created by God. Women were not created by God. So this Satanist drawn society that we live in now is trying to knock the God out of man. They ain't working with me though. That shouldn't be working with you either. So when you see this guy who's created in the image of the creator of the universe, in likeness, there's some variation on how it's done or whatever, but still, the implication is the same. Going to some girl, do you like me? That is an affront to God and to man, and embarrassing your ass off in front of women, okay? Oh, she's mad at me. Let me go call her up and see how I can help out. You can't. They do that. They get mad. They go crazy. They have fits. One day you're a saint. The next day you're a sinner. That was like from a song. But one day you're the best. The next day you're the worst. One day, I am so happy I made it the other day. I hope you die. That's just the way they are. And that's what I actually do love about women is it's unpredictable. And guys are going around now, unfortunately, belittling themselves in front of women. How can I make you happy? If I bought you this, you don't have enough money. The New World Order, if they close tomorrow, so listen, we're closing down. We've got enough money, the Rothschild, everybody. We're giving it all to you on one condition. To see if you can buy enough stuff to make a woman happy. Can't do it. The Taj Mahal was built for a woman. And she said, that's it? That's all you built for me? When I have like a Rob De Niro thing here or something? What the fuck was that? I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, it's the camera. Well, anyway, back to what I was saying. The biggest mistake guys make is trying to make women happy. And yeah, there's a science behind it. It's a totally lost science. And it's all there at GaryBrodsky.com, which, by the way, I am running the sale again because I'm a nice person. That's true. I'm a good guy. You know that. And let's see if there's any questions. If not, I can ramble on for hours because I have that skill. First, I got to push this. Then I got to push that. And I said, yeah, sure. What the fuck, right? Lonnie, no, there's no special ritual for that. You gotta remember, these rituals came way before there were schools or things like that, but it will get you the same success as if you had it, and possibly it can. This one is a crapshoot, but you will get results. I do a lot of occult rituals, and occult is called hidden for a reason. They don't want you to have power. Check it out, occultforce.com. Okay? That's my site. Years ago, where everything comes from, the Medes were the first real super occultists. We get the word media from, medium. I'll have a cult medium, like mediums they had so much hidden knowledge. And I spent my lifetime accumulating it, and it works. If it doesn't work, as I always say, you haven't tried it. A lot of good things at occultforce.com. Just mentioning it. Now let's get some questions here before I start kicking asses. Simple. Okay, we got a good one here on pleasing women. And my phone turned upside down. It just righted itself. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Good, all right. Before I begin, I was laughing so hard at your joke about asking for a sandwich and a blowjob at the Now chapter. I thought I was going to die. That's a good one. And if anybody hasn't heard this, go to the NOW, National Organization for Women. They have chapters everywhere. Go in there and say, hey, anybody here want to make me a sandwich and give me a blowjob? Great for a good laugh. I'm always up for, Anyway, hey, you said anyway too. That's funny. I've always given up trying to please women. The way I see it, they should be pleasing me. That is the trick. You got it. That's the only way. There is only one time I will try to please a woman in bed. Well, it couldn't be said better than Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris. Yeah, you cannot make them happy. I know billionaires, their wife, fight about money. It's just, really, I don't know what the hell it is. I have some ideas, and they're kind of strange. But the last thing God made was a woman. It's like, hey, Adam, look. I gave you all this neat stuff, the Garden of Eden, everything you ever wanted. I'm about to go rest. Oh, one more thing. What? I want a woman. I'm just about to take a rest. Come on. All right. You don't break my balls. This is what you get. I'll teach them that. Annoy them. But that's just a strange, sort of humorous belief I have. And it counts with these adapters too, because that's why it's on the outside. Yeah, I can get a little nuts, but what the hell? Okay. Well, we don't have that many viewers yet. I don't know why they come in at 11:30. I guess they're kind of confused. Oh, now they come in, okay? Well, they're waiting for the button. I said it now. But really, one of the biggest mistakes men make is trying to please women. The more you try to please her, the more distant she becomes. And I know this from years of consultations. And It's just, you've heard this so many times, and you're going to hear it again right now. I have done so much for her. I gave her everything, and she left for some asshole. Why did she do that? Why? Because you gave her everything she asked for, and everything she wanted. Now, my friend Stephen Horn, or who I now call Palehead Horn, because my brother's name is Palehead, never named Steve now. It's called Palehead. It's official. I have documentation right here. Okay. He has done research. He's a research scientist, one of the best. I have to say one of the best because there are other guys that are damn good too. What is the most common reason for divorce? Anybody know? Anybody? Give you a second to answer that. If you wanted to get to me and you knew, Gary Brodsky 123. Don't forget the 123 at AOL.com. And I will answer that. The biggest reason for divorce and separation and breakup. Yeah, this is free tonight. But take a guess. If you can, fine. If not, I will give you the answer. I'm not one of those people who leave people hanging. Also, on that note, my free ebook, How to Charm the Pants Off of Any Woman, complete cover to cover, no strings attached, is available for just signing up for a newsletter. And newsletters are funny, they're out of this world, they're crazy, and they're accurate. So let's see if anybody got that question right. Why do women leave men? And the answer is, yes. Sorry, I thought it was Johnny Carson for a second. Divorce, okay. It's either money or the man became a jerk off. Who's one to start with? Close. Okay, I'll tell everybody. And this has actually been proven. The reason women leave men is because men let them get away with too much. So, she said this, nah, she did that, nah, she wants this, I'll give it to her. Women overindulge, men overindulge women, and women leave. Fact of life. That's why you see women stay with the most abusive guys and say, why are you staying with this guy? Well, he was nice to me once, 3 years ago. And they're still staying. I know some of these women are watching tonight and saying, how could you be saying this? Hey, you're still with the guy. Okay, that is a horrible reality. But nonetheless, it is reality, and we deal here in reality, not bullshit theory. So, that being said, the more you try to please a woman, the less godlike you are, because now you are now being not inspired by God, which, by the way, you're not supposed to say these days, but inspired or controlled by a woman's desire of what she wants you to be. Once she changes you, she hates the fact that you have allowed her to create you in her own image. Think about that. You're being created in a woman's image, which happens to too many guys. Out the door you go, but you've also lost not only the woman, you've lost yourself, your pride, your desires, and everything. It takes a while to come back. And I know because I've been there. No pleasure. Okay, this is going slow tonight with questions. A lot of people watching, but few people asking questions. So the only answer is to tell everybody, go to GaryBrodsky.com, occultforce.com, or braintrainpower.com and buy something. Oh, yeah, I'm asking you nicely, okay? You can just go the other way. Nothing? Nobody. That's okay, I can deal with that. Because then like 1,200 guys are going to ask the questions at the same time. I don't know how this fucking phone works. But I know one thing about smartphones. They have taken the place of human contact. Everything. This is everybody today. What the fuck do you see in this? I see the weather, okay. It's 54 degrees out. pretty much all I can do with this. Outside of the show. This actually does come in very handy for the show. And I don't even know why they put a camera in here, because everybody's taking selfies. I don't know how to do that. And then you can reverse it and take a selfie in slow motion, which makes... But this is what we become. Totally devoid. Now, if you listen to any presidential speech, Kennedy's speech, secret societies, Google it, watch it, YouTube it. He spoke to the Americans like they had a brain, because they did. The agenda today is to make you emasculated, dumbed down, and into a fucking moron. And I gotta say, that's fucking working very well. That was a gift to somebody. So, yeah, the dumbing down of America is, whoever put that together is a sheer genius. I'm trying to get an ad copywriter to help me out with something. I got a great new product out, but I can't seem to get the ad writing done right. But it'll be out there, and expect it in your email box shortly. But you must sign up for GaryBrodsky.com to get all these great hidden mysteries, things that people don't know about that will absolutely change your life for the better and forever. And the question is, hi, Gary. Oh, Richard Dawkins, we got to go to work on this guy. The way I see it, there are only two things you can do on the show. Drink soda and kick some ass. And it looks like you're all out of soda. Love that. I read an article written by Richard Dawkins. I wish I didn't. He went on this long diatribe about atheists should proclaim this out loud, while ridiculing Christians who proclaim their belief in a higher power. What a fucking asshole. He is actually, and I will try not to get sued, if there had to be a king of the assholes, that's him. That's him. The belief that the universe just creates itself by accident, you know, this shit happens all the time. So that means tomorrow I can walk out and see another planet up there, and hey, it happened again. That matter can create itself is more of a leap of faith than believing in an intelligence created the universe. Think about it. Water. I got some here tonight. This water has been here since the beginning of the earth. It will eventually evaporate. It will come down as rain, purified and clean, except for the chemtrails and the other stuff. And everything in the universe works in perfect harmony. If anything was 1 degree off, it would all fall apart. Yet this all happened by accident, according to atheists. Once we lose God, which is Aleister Crowley's big thing, and if you follow Richard Dawkins, you'll find Aleister Crowley's philosophy and his walk hand in hand. Where would the moral compass come from? You know, and I'm sorry, he's got the voice, okay? And God doesn't exist, okay? Because if God exists, why would he allow suffering in the world? Well, gravity exists, okay? I'm sure he'll argue with me about that. And the law of gravity is, if you walk out a window, you're going to fall. Whether you're a nice guy, mean guy, asshole, prick, kind-hearted, doesn't matter. Gravity does not discriminate. God has set certain laws on this earth and in the universe, which, by the way, did not create itself. And I can prove God exists. I'll do it right now. You think I'm bluffing? I'm not. I was on something else, so I'm going to prove God exists right here and now. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have had sex with women. What do they scream? Oh, God, Jesus Christ. You never heard a girl going, apes, oh, science, oh, Big Bang Theory. Well, maybe a little of that. But they're always screaming for deity. Now, think about this. When something good or bad happens to people, even atheists, I've always got them to do this. It's like, well, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. I go, really? Now, I don't really hit with a telegraph. I'll just boom. I just do this for fun. And they go, oh, my God. Huh, God, why is that for your first
Why is that your first instinct? Hey, here's $10 million cash. Wow, oh my God, I can't believe. You're an atheist. You can't say, oh my God. But everybody, at any moment of total joy, says, oh my God, Jesus Christ, oh Lord, this is amazing. Even, holy shit, I can't believe this. Proof God exists. Even, and this is done by Stephen Horn. I used to have a horn here. It's kind of stupid. Where he put 1,000 people, I don't know where he got 1,000 people, but he got them, on a polygraph test and asked them, does God exist? And these are all atheists. They said no. And they showed up as liars. So remember, if you're a man, you are created in the image of, the creator of the universe. You best act it, and especially around women. Adam, by the way, did not ask for a woman. You know what a woman was? He asked for a servant. And that's exactly the way it is. Feminists, if you don't like it, abafangu, okay? Well, let's see some more questions. I could hear them buzzing off. Oh, no, there's a sale. There's some sort of trick in this thing, okay? I bought a dryer today. No big deal. But now I'm getting like all these deals on dryers. Like somehow something knows. Hey, Nathaniel, how you doing? Voodoo doll. I recently performed the voodoo doll spell and put wealth as my enemy. That was smart. Will this prevent me from getting wealth? Yes. Dig it up and just undo it. Why would you put wealth as your enemy? You're supposed to put poverty as your enemy. And if you have any problems with that, during the week, email me. I know how to fix that for you. On the house. I don't want to see anybody poor. I don't want to see anybody struggling. I don't want to see anybody suffering. That makes me a target for many special interest groups because that today's politically incorrect. Figure that one out. But time for some more water. GaryBrodsky.com. Sale is going on now while I'm drinking water. I'll play the Woodstock song. I ain't joking. Well, I'm going to be playing that. Go to GaryBrodsky.com and buy something. But something is coming that is beyond belief. So if you're not signed up now, please do sign up. And sign up at a Cold Force too, because that's where most of the emails are going to be going. Guaranteed to write your ticket to whatever you want. So, and I'm not joking about that. Whatever you want, you can get. There is a way. I'm not going to go into details here because I'm afraid of.
So free. We are stardust, we are golden, we are tending you carbon, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden. Well, then can I walk beside you? I've come to lose a small heart. Happy that it's caught in something turning.
Yeah, I can use that song because that's me singing actually. Anyway, how the hell did we go from 1969, the summer of love, from the free love generation to this supposed rape culture? We're the same people. We haven't changed. How did we go from all that love talk and peace and love and joy to, are you trying to, what has happened? Well, what has happened is men has become weak. And women who are genetically programmed to not like weak men because weak men produce weak offspring,
We have completely made ourselves into targets. How do we stop this? We stop acting like a bunch of weak jerk-offs. Men used to be fighters, tough. Yeah? You want to say something? Say it outside. Now it's like, I'm calling 911. It's disgusting. It's a disgrace. But that's what we become. We are the leaders, again, in the image of God. We can't go, oh man, I'm calling, I know guys, you're smoking, I'm getting secondhand smoke, I'm calling 911. This is a man? No, this is not a man. This is a male at best. It's disgusting. I don't know how to talk to girls. You were naturally born, programmed to be fruitful and multiply and be with women. If you have approach anxiety, that's simple. I have an audio program that will get rid of that for you forever. I overfilled this. What is this last fire that comes out of this? There we go. Fire. Good. So, okay, let's get some more questions. We got people dropping off here, people popping on. So, questions, Gary Brodsky, 123 at AOL.com. Question. Do you believe in the lost city of Atlantis? I can go on for hours about that, but in the short, yes. I don't believe it's lost. I believe it actually, some of it still existed. Because if you look back in ancient history, which opens up a whole bunch of topics, we can't build the stuff they built back then without machines, without permits, or all the building shit. They built Samaria, Egypt. I mean, look at the accomplishments. Because men knew, even if it was false gods, that there was something greater than them that compelled them. And the Atlantean gods, all the gods, even God himself says, I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So even God himself acknowledges other gods, which is why, okay, and this is getting a little religious here. If you go to church or any of your houses of worship and pray for money, not going to get it. I don't care. You sit there. Go ahead. Sit there for months. And I'm saying church is a great place and God is great, but he says you cannot worship God and mammon. And mammon is made. Mammon, for those who don't know what it is anything that men created. And you cannot ask for stuff that people created. You can ask for a better life. You can ask for joy. You can ask for health. That's all God's territory. But earthly things, like nice clothes, nice watches, he doesn't handle that. He even states, I do not handle mammon. Things that were made by men. Got a nice watch? Made by men, not by God, okay? May have been made by men inspired by God, but not by God. So that's why, yes, I mix occult in there because there are lesser gods, always remembering he's first, that will give you these things. Boy, am I going to get slammed for this show tonight, huh? Hey, we got a whole shitload of viewers here. Let's get some questions going here at Gary Brodsky 123. If not, buy something, okay? I'm not doing this for my health, obviously. I'm smoking. But on a funny note, I'll be training upper body 3 days this week and no lower body. Why? I was in the gym on Friday. Figured I'd get back into it. And I was about to do squats. I put 2 plates on, that's my usual, to start warming up. And I walked away, went outside, talked to somebody. Some big, huge gavone comes in there, right? And there's like 18,000 plates to each side, like going out the doors. I never noticed that. Put the bar on my shoulder, and I got 3 reps off. I don't know how much weight was in there, but I tore my hamstring up really fucking bad. So I always like the upper body workout better anyway. So I'm gonna start having a squat, which is a bar, pretty soon, because I can't even walk. I walk, But what the heck? That happens, People are afraid of risk of all types, and the greatest danger you could ever be in is the safe zone. There is no such thing. They preach it to you all the time. Questions, and they're coming in. Another jab at feminism. And I shall read this in English. There was a guy I saw on YouTube, Mark Rodov. I'm still not sure what to think of him. But he can't be bad if he is against feminism too. He was brought into a televised debate with a feminist. The feminist went on this diatribe about how men are useless and how she doesn't need a man. Mark responds forthright with you. You collect alimony. I saw that one. Holy shit, stuck on that, atheist. She was stopped dead in her tracks. She went on a whole thing about how she has 3 children. The debate ended immediately after that. All I can say about that is checkmate. It's about fucking time men got into goddamn scoreboard against feminism. Now, here's what's really interesting about feminism. And all you ladies, pay heed to what I'm about to say. Feminism was funded by the Rockefellers to bust up families and to collect more money selling double appliances, double houses, collect more taxes. You're following a satanic agenda. Before feminism, who did you know? What women, if you're that old, as some of my friends are, that were so unhappy that 38% were on antidepressants. And that's just really, who funded feminism? Satanists. I need not say more. That's public record now. That's in the white pages. You could Google that. Who funded feminism? The Rockefellers. Why? To make more money. That's the guys who are funding George Soros, Rockefeller, all those guys. They're funding everything that you hate today and everything that should be hated. And the war on Christianity, I think, is disgusting. But think about this. Those of little faith. If there is such a great war on Christianity, why? Because they're afraid of it, because it works, and you put them right down. This show's so all over the place, I have no idea what to title it. Tell me about the prosperity ritual. It works. It works. It doesn't work overnight, which I know you think. It does work. And there are rituals even greater than that, which will be announced shortly when I can get the ad copy written, because it's really incredible. There are talismans and things that are from the beginning of time, from the days of pre-Pharaoh, that have worked. But yes, everything you do is a ritual. How you get dressed is a ritual. How you talk to women is a ritual. If you're not doing it right, you fail. If you're doing it right, you succeed. It's just everything is a ritual, even karate school. Repetition till you get it right. Well, this stuff I've gotten right. I spent my whole life practicing. I don't apologize. I just throw a few Godfather quotes. They make the show worth watching. Jason. Not the usual Jason, but the other Jason. International shipping. I don't need an international ship. I ship anywhere. If you want it, you know, use a PayPal. We ship all over the world. But my question for this evening is, do you need to create an altar for candle burning or spell work inside your house? I've been burning my candles outside in my garden. Am I doing that wrong? No, because actually, an altar. What is an altar? Where you burn the candle, that's an altar. Just like my dating thing. When you say hello to a girl for the first time, that's the first date. She doesn't know it. You're one date ahead. The whole world is an altar. That is one of the hidden mysteries. And here's the next question. Do I believe in exorcism? Absolutely. I was thinking of starting to do this. Exorcisms work. In all the ancient texts, including the Bible, they cast out demons from people. Now, what is a demon? Okay, let me describe what a demon is. It doesn't actually have two horns. A demon is something in your mind that does not let you do what you want to do. You want to be wealthy, but it stops you. It procrastinates you. You want to fly, but you're scared of airplanes. That's a demon. Something inside you working against yourself. You want to be healthy, but you're not feeling good. Demon. Exorcism works, and I'll say this, and I'll say it right here and distinctly and clearly. Works better than doctors. And I'll quote Jesus too. Jesus said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, greater things you could do than I can." And what did he do? Healed people? Yes. Did he say, what do you have, a flu, cold, or a little headache? No. He cast out demons. Once the demons are cast out, there is nothing you can do. So if you're interested in exorcisms, and I am an ordained minister, I know how to do exorcisms. I have done them, and they have worked. Just let me know, one email right now during the show, and I'll start doing exorcisms. It's totally legal. I'm an ordained minister, and it's totally effective. So if anybody's interested, just let me know, because I'm not talking to you. I'll talk to the demon. I'll throw him the fuck out. And kick his ass on the way out, too. And I hate to say this because it's going to cause a lot of flack, but it's the truth. Homosexual sex creates demons. That's why the world today is now more miserable than it ever has been before. And I am sorry, yes, I am here to give testimony to the truth. I know they're going to get all banged up with nasty comments, and I couldn't care less. So let's see what's on the big board today. Okay, great, a lot of questions. About the international shipping, if you have any problems, email me at GaryBrodsky123, because we ship all over the world, worldwide. Abolition, yeah. Okay, how you doing, Abolition? Please explain the use of frogs in magic. Okay, I'll give you one example, and this I shouldn't even be talking about. If there's somebody you don't like that you want to get rid of, this is just one use of frogs in magic. You thought you'd be funny, huh? No, you're not going to be so funny. And this is just a ritual. I don't say I do this. I'm just saying it is done and it works. You catch a frog. That's the hard part. You open his mouth and you write the person's name on a piece of paper bag. You close the frog's mouth and you either sew it or staple it shut. I'm not saying you do this. And you put it in a jar and let it die. Bury the jar. When that frog dies, your enemy is dead. But it can also be used for poverty, illness, a specific request. Why do you think, all the magicians, even in Egypt, during Moses' day, he took Janus, a magician, with him. They built a culture on magic. Magic works. And as I always say, if you don't believe it, you didn't try it. That's just one frog ritual. There's a lot of other frog rituals. Lonnie, my best friend. Yes, it will. Okay, Lonnie, because so many mix-ups and screw-ups. You get a ritual, I will send you the green adventurine free of charge. That's it. I know who you are, and I know where to send it. David, good evening. How are you? Nice to see you. How do you do narcissism? Is there a technique? Oh, I went to seminary school for 4 years. It's not a technique, just quickly blast out. But you don't talk to the person. The person is a person trapped. You talk to what is possessing them and cast it out. And it doesn't take long, and you don't need to have health insurance. But that demon goes, and so, wow, where'd that go? I had a serious problems in my life, and I went to exorcists, and the problems were gone. Only now they're harder and harder to find, and I cannot do exorcisms on myself, like a very sharp sword, which I have, and I have a very good knife here, just for the dramatic reasons. As sharp as this knife is, it cannot cut itself. I do some tricks with it, but it cannot cut itself. And by the way, this knife is also part of our guarantee. If any of our audio programs do not get you laid, parlayed, relayed, forwards, backwards, and upside down, we will cheerfully refund your money. And free of charge, send you a knife to cut it off with. GaryBrodsky.com. You want to know women? You want to know how to get them? You want to keep them? You want them waiting on you hand and foot? Yeah, it's all there at GaryBrodsky.com. The sale is raging right now. All the really, stuff that other guys won't put out, like the Charles Manson techniques of getting women. He had 301 girlfriends. Yeah. All the mind control techniques, because that's all it is mind control. And it's all on every audio program out there. There's not one bad one. So I guess you'd be hauling your ass over to GaryBrodsky.com now. Okay. Okay, the phone just went nuts. But as this thing goes crazy, yes, I don't know title is in his image, because there is so much power that a man has. Women have power too, do not get me wrong. Women have power to turn men into wimps, sobbing idiots, morons, and yes, Dreenom. It's because men have forgotten their connection with something greater than themselves. I know this is not winning me any points, because mainstream media actually offered me a deal if I renounced God and promoted atheism and told me to go fuck themselves. So I'm short a few $1 million. So anything you buy will definitely help the cause going. All right, coming to the final 15 minutes, which means, of course, more water, but I wish it was soda. I knew I forgot to buy something today. Yes, I know you're getting tired of the water jokes, but actually water is good for you. It's got bubbles, so I pretend it's soda. Hey, anybody out there blow bubbles? Well, he's back in town. He wants your phone number. Bad joke. Okay. Hey, Derek, how you doing? Good man out there. What is the best move to get a girl in the mood? Is it rubbing her feet because it seems non-sexual and it's relaxing for her? That's a good one. What are your top 3 moves? Thanks, Derek. Derek, I would be shooting myself in the foot if I told you. But I can tell you this. How to Play Women will give you 1,007 techniques, not just 3. And it's on sale now, of how to get in the initiation moves. Also, another audio I can recommend is Instant Seduction, Make You Move Now. One of the biggest mistakes, and I'm mentioning this to you, Derek, not because it's personal, is guys wait too long to make their moves. And it's all covered in hours, 3-4 hours on the audio programs. I cannot do justice to it in the last few minutes remaining on the show. I'm not being rude. I just can't explain something that involves the psychiatric, the physical, how to touch, where to touch. And secret women are always in the mood. You just have to know how to direct it. So it's easier than you think. But with knowledge, everything becomes easy. It's like I am not the most knowledgeable person about computers, but some horse comes in, just boom, 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 now your computer works. Like, how'd you do that? Leave me alone. But I don't know how they did it. But because of knowledge, they have the power. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions. Well, get them in now. Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL.com. This is a unique show. I know that because I am once again all over the place where I will always be. And this woman agrees with me. You know what that means. But, sorry if I offended you, but it's funny, okay? Deal with it. Also, I got to mention this. If you go to GaryBrodsky.com, I got a new girl up there. So you can check her out. She's pretty hot. If you have, let me know what you think. Opening page, GaryBrodsky.com. Just check out the girl. She's nude, by the way. Okay? And she's real hot. And of course, she's great today. She's great tomorrow. In 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, I'll be saying I can't take her shit anymore. Just the way it works. Okay. Dear Gary, see? Polite, knows how to write a letter. Most people don't even know how to write English. If you're on a date and a separate girl across the restaurant gives you the strong eye contact, do you connect with her or do you break eye contact first to concentrate on your date? I'm curious because alphas don't break eye contact. But if a guy locks eyes with a girl, that isn't his date. Does he break eye contact first? Thanks. This is one of the toughest situations, I'm glad you brought it up, that a guy could be in. That's a judgment call on your part. But I always say bird in the hand is bush, so it's a tough call. But I've done that. I've been on a date where the date's just going shit, and I catch eye contact with a girl and go like, hey, the date's over. Hey, how you doing? Because if you're alpha, you don't give a shit what she thinks, what anybody thinks. What you think counts. What she's going to think or say, it doesn't matter. Guaranteed, no matter how good you are to her, one day she's going to say, you know something, you're a dick. And if you care, then you really are a dick. Not you personally, this is for the general audience here. Did I mention this again? Go to GaryBrodsky.com. There's a sale. And buy something. Thank you. Best place to kiss a girl to get her horny. Tip of the nose, okay? Or the eyes. Try that. And that's not a joke. That's a fact. About 4 weeks ago, I kissed a woman. It was a regular passionate kiss, and she told me that made her wet. Well, so far, so good. That got me thinking, other than on lips, are there any erogenous zones that you know which can be kissed, touched, short? Yes, getting women ready for sex. The nose, as I said, the eyes, the hands, the inside of the hand, the neck, and that's what else to say to you, but I forgot. So I got to open this question again. Jason, let's see. Well, so far you're doing pretty good. That's great to hear. Women are more horny than men, but it needs a man to direct it. Women are like an orchestra with no conductor You have to become a conductor. Apparently doing a great job here. But if you just hold the hands of women right, with pride and power, because it generates from you, from in here. Look at the right side, yeah. That translates to a woman. You can't be, you know, how you gotta be alive. Life creates life. That's a fact. When you're acting alive, hey, come here. Now, interesting what you mentioned, and that's what I wanted to mention. Kissing will turn any woman on. This is why the most expensive prostitutes in the world, the cheap street hookers, will not kiss. Why? It's too intimate. Kissing is more intimate than intercourse. And there's an audio tape by me and Stephen Horn called Sexual Science, which will explain how to get those chemicals in their body in such a way they will never, ever resist you. Just a recommendation from the old pal Gary. Now it's question time, huh? The one on your site is fucking smoking hot. No kidding. Thank you. What is better, to chase a woman or attract a woman? They're both the same thing. It's like hunting. Do you chase the animal down or do you lure it in? Either way, you get the kill. Well, let me just put it in a better way. Okay, Lonnie, if you can, on Facebook, email me your phone number. Because I have my phone off for obvious reasons. But this show is going good. Oh, I dug the voodoo doll up. Does that break the curse? Yes. And you can redo the spell. Beautiful. Saves me work. Even death voodoo dolls had been buried. And this was actually discovered in Mexico. There were like 100 something buried. And that like 90 people had died. But the ones that they dug up and just emptied out, the guys came back to life. They don't want you to know that you can command this kind of power. Smoke in the eye, smoke in the eye. I'm Popeye the Sailor, man. First fist fight I ever had was, I was talking to a kid, I was about 6 years old, and I said, Popeye walks like this, and he said, no, he walks like this. That was a fist fight. And then we watch it to see, and guess what? In some episodes he walked like this, and some he walked like that. Well, that was my introduction to fighting. The guy beat the crap out of me, but I was right, and he was right. We stayed friends for a while, but we were 6, we sort of drifted apart. It happens. Not a lot of viewers now. Okay, show's going to end soon. Let's get some last questions. And why aren't you at GaryBrodsky.com buying something? Okay, good question coming in here. Gary, why do women want to have sex with dysfunctional alphas like prison ghetto thugs or white trash thugs? Even women want to have sex with Charles Manson. Oh yeah, he gets 2 million letters a week. How many do you get this week, huh? If women have kids with these type of alphas, will the kids have fathers that abandon their young and kids? Okay, I'll just answer this question. Women like a strong man. Alphas are strong men. Whether they be criminals or kind men or good men, it doesn't matter. If you're alpha, you get women. And criminals, why? Because they are not afraid to break the rules. They're not politically correct. They're out there, they're strong, they're tough, and they can stand for the worst insanity, but they stand for something. And women are attracted to that. That's just the way they are biologically rigged. as I always said, you can't get a woman without being bold. All there at GaryBrodsky.com and occultforce.com. And if you want to train your mind, braintrain.com. No one has ever complained that it has not worked. Check them all out. Is there a head warlock that controls the United States? I am sure there is. I have no proof, but based on what you see in this demonic culture that we live in, I would have to say absolutely. That's like saying you go to a restaurant and you get a meal. Is there a cook? Yeah, there has to be. Excuse me for this quick water break. Drinking water, huh? But if back to, oh, I missed a question. I gotta find this question again. Okay, it was that question I wanted to get back to. How do you do an exorcism? You cast out the problem. The problem is an entity inside of you. And yes, it does exist. And I know today, more than ever, they want to kill the spirituality, which is the spirit in men and women. They both have spirituality. Because a man is not complete without a woman. That's a fact. It doesn't mean you have to take a crap, listen to a bullshit. It doesn't mean that. So, okay, I'm going to go 2 minutes overtime, and hopefully a good question. And get over to GaryBrodsky.com. Okay, counting down. We got 1 minute and change to go until the cigarette is done. Women always went for the guy who was the rebel. Look at James Dean, Marlon Brando on the waterfront. Elvis was a rebel at his time. They always went for the guy who would stand up against the bullshit that we are trained to believe as reality. Quick little story. You may have heard it before, but it worked. I was at the gym, and this guy is telling this woman, I own this, I own that, I own this. The next guy comes over to her, pretty woman, says, I own this, this, and the other thing. She goes, what do you do? I said, I punch motherfuckers out. Guess who got the girl? It wasn't the other two, okay? Why? I showed some power. Manly power. Anybody can own stuff. As Charles Manson said, money is a strange thing. You pay enough money to anybody, they'll walk backwards. But individual power, you can't buy that. But you can train yourself to have it. So think about that. You already have it. Okay, we got our last question for the night. But I don't understand. You have strong dysfunctional alphas. Fathers that abandon the young. Aren't they the young vulnerable without a protector present? Like a lot of kids without fathers have relationships and confidence issues because I don't understand women's biological thought process. You don't understand women? Congratulations. Nobody does. But one thing is for certain. They will take a dysfunctional alpha over a functional beta. Now, could you imagine how well you'll do as a functional alpha? Without that voice like this, you know, think about that. And everybody, again, GaryBrodsky.com, occultforce.com, braintrainpower.com. And oh, got another question. Can't leave this man hanging. He's a good man. Oh, what a good question. Explain how stones and gems transmit energy. Very quick answer. But do you know the computer, the radio, the television, is all working on crystals and gems. Everything in the world is working on crystals. Everything that has any communication power or energy is working on crystals or stones. The atomic bomb is made up of different stones. Fact. The radio has stones in there, transistors. I'm talking about old radios, even new ones. Everything is crystals and stones. Silicon Valley. Why? Stones, different crystals. They all emanate a certain strength. You have no idea how powerful they are until you actually deal with them. Everything that has any communication is always by crystals. And always has been. Look at the ancient cultures. Fuck New Age. Really, fuck New Age. The Old Age had all the answers, which is why they keep burning the Alexandria Library and stuff like that. Crystals have tremendous power if you know how to work them. They're working this computer right now. They're working this transmission. They're working my cell phone. They're not working my water. But crystallized water has energy pattern. There's a whole science to crystals, and they work. They just want you to not know that. Just be dumb enough to do a goddamn job and dumb enough to not ask questions. I hope I answered a lot of questions. I thank you all. Don't forget to visit my websites. Check out the new girl at GaryBrodsky.com. Hot as hell. Get some product and enjoy your life. And of course, your blessing at the end of the show, which comes with the cost of the show. Free. So they can get this to start. Bless you all. May God be with you. And I'll see you next Sunday. GaryBrodsky.com, ColdForce.com, BrainTrainPower.com, and GoodNight.com. Thank you.